Hello, my name is Orestes and I am a recovering porn addict. I've been exposed to porn since the age of 10 years old. And before I discovered porn, I would medicate my hurts and emotions with video games, food, and then I went to pornography at the age of 10. And I started watching it at those channels on the cable dish, Playboy TV. And it progressed to the high-speed internet porn, which was the YouTube style channels. And I'm 27 years old and I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm just a ordinary guy that you wouldn't even think twice that was struggling with it. I love to power lift. I like teaching the deadlifts, squats, bench press, and press. I love doing that. I love getting stronger. And I love helping people getting stronger. I coach several of my friends. And now I'm 100 plus days free of porn and masturbation, which feels great. And the reason I sought help with JK was because I was tired of living the same life year after year. I saw progress staying off porn with willpower, but I still found myself relapsing or slipping every week. And I was just tired of it. My life was the same. I just needed help, and I saw JK's channels and YouTube channel, and it was awesome. I loved the information. I thought with all this free information, I thought I was good, but I never implemented it in my life. I just used one little piece of information, and I went back to my porn with trying using willpower. And I remember getting on a phone call with JK for the porn intensive, and he asked me this question of what do I need the most right now. And I honestly said I want to be porn and masturbation free for 6 weeks, and I never done that in my life, and I just wanted that because in my mind I didn't even see that happening. I had a very defeated mindset, like I don't see myself doing that, and that was one of the main reasons I wanted to join it. It was a little bit of money, but I said I couldn't go another year of regret of not doing it, so that's why I joined it, and I don't regret it. I've been 100 plus days free, and I learned so much about myself, and I honestly, I'm very thankful for JK for helping me out. And when I started the program, I was fully committed. I told myself I was gonna do whatever it took to just get off porn for those 6 weeks. So one of the main things I stayed off was with social media. That was definitely a big one. I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but once I stood off there for a while, it took me a couple of tries to get off social media. I was just so used to just browsing on random videos on Instagram, Facebook, just so I could just fall asleep, but I had to stop that, which that was one of the main culprits for me. Also, accountability is very important. He told us to use Covenant Eyes, which was great. I have it on my phones, which the phone was a big trigger for me. So as soon as I installed that, I couldn't just watch porn because my partner will know, and I couldn't do it. Also, journaling. The journaling part was awesome. I never done that before, and I consistently was writing down every day for those 6 weeks. I consistently wrote my feelings, exercise, how I felt. A lot of shame came up, a lot of resentment towards friends or my family member or someone, and yeah, it was a big thing. It was scary at first, watching all your emotions just come up, and yeah, but it was an experience, and I don't regret it. Also, I had to get rid of the dating apps. Yeah, those were just a waste of time now that I look back. And the morning routine, of course, I forget to mention that the morning routine, just having that morning routine was very helpful. I like I mentioned, I did the journaling, which was the big one. I focused more on that one because it just caught my attention. I wrote down my 1 year goal and 5 year goal plan, and it's weird, but I saw some of those things come to fruition in a quick time. For example, one of the things I wrote a lot was for my year goal was I am a confident man. I am adored by a lot of women, and women want to be around me. Also, I am leaner and stronger. I am making more money than I ever have in my life, and etc. And two of those things came to fruition. It took the 2 months of writing, and so I went to a conference in November. It's called the Integrated Man Summit, which was awesome. I learned a lot there. I learned a lot about masculinity and why fear and a lot of things. I digress. So yeah, so when I came back from that trip, I felt like some part of me that I had a lot of fear. So that fear went away. Like this fear of being rejected just went away. It went away. It was awesome, and I started to feel more confident with myself. Peace. I had a lot of peace with myself, and it was awesome. Also, staying off porn has definitely impacted my other goals in life. For example, I felt my mind clear up. I started taking more risk in my life. I always I always felt safe in my masturbation station, as JK calls it. Like I said earlier, going to Miami was a risk and something I wouldn't do if my mind was still going to pornography and just masturbating away my emotions and feelings. I would have never done that. That's something I'm glad I did, because it helped me feel my emotions better. I faced tension, and as I felt like a man, I was taking action. That's what I felt, and I don't regret it at all. And I also started talking, like I said, in my one of my goals was to be more confident and just be adored by women. That was something I've been missing in my life. I felt rejection, and that slowly was going away. I'm more confident when I talk to women. I'm myself. I'm not in my head all the time. I just relax and just be myself, right? This new version of myself. Not that version that was just clouded with porn and just numb, apathetic. I hated that guy. When I look back, I'm just disgusted with that version of myself. But those are the experiences that got me through here. So I don't regret what I did, but I'm not blaming myself anymore, and I don't feel shame anymore. And that's the big thing that I want to get out there. I don't have shame over pornography or admitting it that I struggle with it. And if someone out there is thinking about joining this intensive program, I say do it, and make a decision now, and don't change your mind about it, because we can come up with a million reasons why not to do it right now. And the big thing that was holding me back when deciding to join the intensive was like, it's this X amount of money, and it's painful. I didn't want to do it. And you know what? I told myself, do I really want to suffer and waste another year with watching porn and masturbating, and then a year later goes by and regret, I should have joined it a year ago? No, I didn't want to waste more time. I find my time valuable now, and of course, yeah, it's a sacrifice, and I believe this intensive was going to work for me. You know what? And I'll make this money back. That's what I told myself, and I know it was going to improve my life. So why not invest in myself instead of wasting it on video games or just on junk food? I made that sacrifice for sure. And honestly, this program is not for everyone, and only men who are tired of living in this mediocre life of releasing their life and watching porn and beating themselves up afterwards, this vicious cycle of shame, and I didn't want to do that anymore. So yeah, I signed up without hesitation, because I knew this was going to change me. I believed it, and I knew, and it changed my life. I can tell you that right now. And the biggest thing I can say is that you can't do it on your own. You need help. You need it. And you came to this point watching this video and just to be convinced, right? I can't convince you to join. No one can. Only you yourself. If you're willing to make this sacrifice, there is pain involved, and there's nothing wrong with it. That's tension in life that we need to go through, for sure. You need to be humble enough to admit that you can't do it on your own anymore, and put that pride aside for the moment. That's all I have to say to you, viewer, you. And also, if I were to describe this intensive in one word, I would say commitment, because you have to be committed to what JK teaches you, and you have to apply it and not take it lightly, because at the end of the day, he can't fix you. Nobody can. You have to put in the work in order to see results. You have to trust that the tools and the information JK provides in this intensive will work for you. And it takes time and consistency, but it's well worth it, I promise you. At first it's hard because it's change, and it takes commitment to do this, and that's the one word I would use for this program: commitment. And I would say this for those who are still skeptical about the intensive program: understand that you can no longer do this on your own. If you are listening to this, you have come to a point in your life where you failed so many times, or you have stayed off porn for a while but still relapse down the road. And our pride has us in chains, man. Like, it makes us believe that we are men, and that we have to do it on our own, machista, and man, be man. Don't show any emotion and seek out help on your own. And I'm sure you know so much about how porn and masturbation is affecting your life and how it affects your brain. You probably read a couple of books as well, and had some success staying off porn on your own. I'm sure you have, but now it's the time. Now, who cares about your past? What you have done? It's what matters is right now. You have to be humble right now and seek help. That's why you're here watching this, so you can see change in your life and break free from that. Break free from those chains that it's bounding you. Porn and masturbation, it's just bounding you. They're keeping you there. And there is sacrifice involved, and commitment as well to go through this process. It is possible. I believe you will have the same success I had, and I see it. Whoever's watching this, I know you will have success, because you're going to put in the time and effort, and I believe it. And just to end with this note, I've been off porn and masturbation since October of 2000, late September of 2018, and it's been amazing. I learned a lot, and I'm sure you will too when you start. And thank you for listening to me. My name's Orestes Pinto, and I wish you the very best in your recovery. Thank you for watching.